this is Jeff from buyfoam.com. What we have here is a cushion. This is a simulation of a cushion that you have at your house, and it's too soft and you want different foam, or it's too hard. You want different foam in this. We're going to show you how to measure a piece of foam today. Basically, you need a tape measure, and it's pretty basic. What you do is you measure from the inside seam. This is called a welt right here on the inside seam. Some have welts, some don't. But you basically take the end of your tape measure, put it on the end of the seam, and measure from that distance to the inside seam. As an example, this is 23 and a half. Now let's measure the other part. The other part, front to rear, is also 23 and a half. And what you do is you add a ½ inch on each side. The width you add a half, and the other part you add a half, which would make it 24. Now as for the thickness, this particular cushion is 3 and a half. And what you do is you add a ½ inch on there, or up to 1 inch. You can do either or, ½ inch or 1 inch on that particular measurement. And why you do this is because in foam, you want the foam to be bigger than the cover. And the foam will perform better that way with that in mind. And that's how you measure a cushion, basically your cushion for measuring online. Hi, this is Jeff from buyfoam.com. Here we have a piece of foam, and we're going to show how you can cut it different ways with 3 household items that you can buy at a hardware store or convenience store. The first and easiest is an electric carving knife. Your grandmother probably had it for carving a turkey or doing bread. These work pretty simple. I mean, they're electric. You buy them at any kind of convenience store for 20 bucks. Now the next kind of device that you can use is a bread knife. Basically a bread knife with a serrated edge, and it works real good as well. And the last one, maybe in your husband or boyfriend's toolbox is a hacksaw blade. Taking the hacksaw blade out, putting a piece of tape on it, always works good. And any of these tools can cut foam, what we're showing, and I want to simulate right now what that would look like. One of the basic, I'll try the knife first just to show you, because most everybody has a knife in their house. You can use, not necessary, but you can use a can of WD-40 to lubricate it. I always like doing that, and it will cut without it, no problem, just by going back and forth. And it's just like butter, basically. Now you can't put a little spray on there, that's what I like to do. And basically knocking off a corner of a piece of foam, say you ordered it, you needed it a little bit, area knocked off. Going back and forth nicely, basically to the end, voila, you got a piece of foam that's cut on a corner. Now the other way that you can use it is a little more fancy, and if you're willing to, usually most people have this item, is an electric carving knife. Again, you can use the WD-40, not necessary. If you have it, great. And we're going to cut a piece of foam, another corner off, just to simulate. Now I'm going to turn this on. And you got to cut a pretty clean cut there. I didn't go all the way through there. I also recommend using a piece of cardboard, or something, so that you can, so you don't hit the table that you're working on. The last tool that you can use is a hacksaw blade. A little cruder, but you can use it. It will, for a little area like this, you can cut that as well. And what you do is just basically, here I'm simulating a circle pattern, but it will work as well. Maybe not quite as well as the electric carving knife, but it will do the job. And you can kind of sand that off with your hands. One other thing I want to show you before I close with cutting foam is you can also knock off an edge. The easiest way to do it would be using an electric carving knife. And what you could do with that is just lay it on this, lay it on its side. Like so. And then you have that rounded edge. I'm not a big fan of that. I would rather see that you not do that, but some people do like doing that. And those are just 3 examples: electric carving knife, bread knife, or a hacksaw blade, and that you can cut foam.